we go. 3 minutes. I'm gonna try to give people a signal when I'm halfway and towards the end.
All right, thank you, Dan. Appreciate everybody coming out tonight and everybody that spoke before me with useful knowledge. So I'm Mark Larman, the founder of the Chef Shield Corporation. Prior to doing this, I actually was also in outside sales with Citrix Systems as a field sales manager in South Florida and grew up in Coral Springs, so it's kind of funny. But either way, so the Chef Shield, what we're doing is we're addressing what I identify as a real pain, physical pain that we've had. Anybody who's been in the kitchen has experienced being burned by cooking oil, right? The splashback of cooking oil, whether you're just doing bacon or you're talking about doing fish or burgers, things like that. So we've created a device that the prototype is here in my hand, and it will protect you from getting burned. And also, there's many different kitchen cooking tools that all use the same handle and the same stem and just have a different end piece. So perhaps if I'm here, I'm not in the focal point. And then we're changing that up so you can have an interchangeable end piece, and I'll keep moving around until it stops making that loud noise. But either way, fair enough, thank you. So we've added interchangeable end pieces so you can buy one main tool and then swap out the front piece and then consolidate all your kitchen tools and save the space. If we could go to the next slide. So this is what the end product will look like. You can see the 3D printed model in my hand here. And basically, as it looks reasonably simple to understand, it can retract the shield just like this. There are 2 buttons on the top and the bottom of the handle so that you can move it around. And whether you have the spatula on the front piece or the deep fry strainer on the front, you can switch it out and then protect yourself, right? We have interchangeable end pieces, and the shield also changes so that a professional chef can use a smaller shield than, say, a novice or a home ec class. And yeah, we have patented or filed for the patent and waiting for that to come through. And if you could go to the next slide. This is the competition and the market size. So in the research that I've done, found that over 48 or 47 million spatulas are sold in the US alone. And that translates to a $1 billion market for us. And now chefs can use gloves in a commercial kitchen, but that raises their body heat. And that is not bearable, and they rather take the burns, right? You can see the war wounds on their arms and things. And up until now, it's an accepted practice in just getting burned, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. And then these other devices, like the cover and the dome, the splatter guards, they change the cooking style because it locks in the moisture. And then you also have to lift it up to manipulate the food or take it out and end up getting burned in the first place anyway. And then this small hand guard, actually, I found at a site in China, but it doesn't protect much more than your knuckles. And, you know, you still get a bullet to the stomach or something. So our go-to-market, as many of you may be thinking, we would want to get this on television. Actually had some preliminary conversations with connections to the Home Shopping Network and things like that. But also on our own e-commerce website, or Amazon, big box retailers. I've spoken to managers at Target, Bed Bath & Beyond, Sur La Table, and others, and they see room for it for both reasons, because many of them don't have, well, Bed Bath & Beyond did have 1 or 2 of the dome tools to protect yourself from the splatter, but Sur La Table and Target didn't have those in their stores to protect you. And then it also offers more an efficient way to do that. And then the consolidation of the kitchen tools that they explained to me, they've seen kitchens get smaller and people are stuffing more into those drawers. So we can help them with that problem and getting the whole cylinder of tools into one tool. We're looking at a price of about $350 for this base unit, and then each interchangeable end piece, there will be silicone and steel for about 75 cents, and then we'll sell it for about $20 for the end piece, or a package deal with different end pieces for about $30, and we can brand that, put it in a school, bookstore, things like that to keep on campus, and also branding for other things. So we project 20,000 units will sell in the first year. There will be 500,000 in revenue. We're raising our seed round to then build out the team as well. And appreciate you giving me the time. Thank you.
Yeah, so I see, first of all, thank you for presenting. And round of funding. So what are you looking for?
Yeah, we're actually raising 1.2 million total, and we're going to raise that in tranches, and those earlier investors would get a better price than later investors. Those will be raised on safe notes, similar to a traditional note, but without the call-in date where you need to then raise again. But anyway, that's what we're looking for. Yeah. And that way, like I said, to build out the team and pay for inventory and further development of the final product. For the initial, say, $100,000, we'll pay for the final product production, and we'll take that. We are looking to do a Kickstarter from here, and then take it to the market.
Okay, fair enough. Brandon?
Thank you.
How many of these units would you have to produce in order to achieve those costs? How does the cost scale with larger volume?
So from the team, the engineering team that I've been working with is the prototype house down in Fort Lauderdale. They have relationships with some of the manufacturers, and I understand that we can actually get that price from just the first few hundred.
And I guess you were talking about notes. Is convertible notes that convert to equity, or are you saying that you're okay?
Yes. Yeah.
What kind of discount do you have for the notes?
It will be about 15% discount on the note, and then there'll also be a cap depending on which tranche the investor comes in at. So the earlier ones will have a lower cap on it than the later. There'll be an 18-month raise. They'll get us going for the next 18 months.
So if you accomplish the full total raise, that would be in exchange for what percentage of equity in the company?
30%.
30%. So 30% equity for 1.2 million.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're pegging your valuation quite high as of this moment. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, Greg. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, Mark was here. What was your last name? So he's a serial entrepreneur.